Hi, Pisces. Saturn is going direct in your sign again and will be back on his job of trying to kick your ass into gear. Not trying, will be kicking your ass into gear. You will learn discipline. You will learn the value of discipline. You will learn the value of structure. You will at some point have to figure out who is the God of your understanding and how do you interact with them and what the fuck is going on with your mental health situation and habits. You will. And it has everything to do with what you do and how you use things and what you know. Grab your shit, get comfy. You need to hear this. Hey, Pisces. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2024. Welcome to spooky season. Is it really spooky? Yeah, I guess. This is the time when the veil is at its thinnest. I ain't trying to give y'all too much titty. Hydrate, light it if you need it. And I'm ready to dive in. I've got my my full moon incense. I'm filming this on the full moon in Aries. My full moon incense going, this release energy flowing through us, and let's release that funky ass energy possibly surrounding you or us. Welcoming in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2024. me. Be sure to go check out that Scorpio season astrology video. It has all the important astrological transits and aspects that you need to know of this season, but I will put you on game. On Jupiter is now retrograde. You're traditionally ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. They both are currently retrograde, so there's lots of review. There's lots of you figuring out what is your true relationship to luck, to fortune, to expansion, to travel. What is needing to be reviewed about your thought process? How can your thought process be updated? What's going on with your relationship to reality and mysticism and all things beyond the veil? I'm obsessed with this lighting right now and the play of the shadows on my face and in the in the frame, because this is a season of shadows. Ultimately, this is about acquainting ourselves with our shadow. And that's exactly what Saturn's going to have you do. He goes direct in your sign on the 15th. And what did I have right down? I put class back in session. It's the same day as the full moon in Taurus. So interesting that I'm filming this on the full moon and and Saturn goes direct in your sign the same day as a full moon. I haven't asked for anything yet, but the King of Wands just popped out. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you would stop being fucking hard-headed, because that's the thing. Pisces, you are a culmination of all of the signs into one, right? So you have that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries hard-headedness. You got that thing about you. You have that in you, and you are wanting to cling to your ways when you would only be really annoyed to figure out how much freedom discipline will afford you, especially in the future. And if you can address the pre-existing issues that you have, it's individual to everyone, but if you can address your shit, if you will just be methodical and structured about your shit, you can avoid so many unnecessary issues, things that you don't need to be like anxious about. Like anxiety would dissipate, depression would dissipate, There's, I don't know. You're going to do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, at some point, when do you get help? When do you ask for help? When do you change the system? When do you change the habits? When do you acknowledge your cycles and actually do something with it versus just like, oh, we'll just let, this is how I am. We'll just let things be like this. Like, no, that's not the mindset. That's not the move. That's not the motive. And that's not what's going to get you to your particular brand of greatness. Uh-huh. I haven't pulled this, but right as I saw the Six of Swords and the Hangman, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting yourself caught up. It's just like Saturn will drag your ass versus having this voluntary accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like if you need Saturn to drag you, go ahead. But it will be uncomfortable. You will show up, you will cross the finish line, but with road rash and bruises and cuts and a concussion. And like all that wasn't even necessary had you just listened. So, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2024. I just feel like in all this review that's being forced upon you, it's like help you. Just for science, let's see what happens when you change some habits, when evaluate, and when you evaluate and then implement new habits. When you evaluate your time management and implement a new system, when you evaluate your energetic budget and implement a new system, there's just, because you be evaluating, it's just the implementation of your findings. That's okay. I'm done yelling at you. Ooh, all this stuff is like caught in my throat. Because that's how I feel like Saturn feels with you. Like during his retrograde hydrate, I feel like Saturn was like, oh, go, but just like can't say anything. Because I feel like Saturn retrogrades are a test period. That's when Saturn's like, show me your work, show me what you've learned. Let's see what you do. And the whole time he's just like, oh, but I told you. And now class is back in session. The library is open and Saturn will read your ass. It's already coming out harsher than I want it to. And I don't know why, I just keep channeling Saturn for you guys. And I think because I love you so much, I want to warn you. Like, it doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be this difficult. And if you can't do it on your own, it's time to ask for help. Period. There's no fucking excuses around it anymore. It's time to ask for help or just watch things get worse. It's up to you, babe. And I know that I'm not the most sensitive when it comes to like depression and anxiety and sadness because I kick my own ass into and out of gear. But like, I just feel like at some point everybody has to realize that every single breath, every single action, every movement, everything is a fucking choice. And you have choices. It's just like, are you going to make better choices or not? Do you want to keep yourself in this same holding pattern? Do you want to keep pigeonholing yourself, Pisces? Anyway, I'm done. What the cards got to say, please. for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Scorpio season 2024. The Two of Pentacles. So the first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season is your relationship to your fucking choices. Yep. I told you it's not just me. There's something here about all that you have, all that you're juggling, all that you've taken on. Yes, there is this emotional roller coaster going on, like playing in your life, going on in the background, possibly. But at what point, I'm just drawing the smoke closer to me by doing this. It's like coming directly into my mouth. At what point do you start weighing your options? I feel like it's time to get a new hustle. It's time to make different decisions. It's time to evaluate everything that you've taken on, everything that you've taken responsibility for, and possibly time to like divvy up some of the weight. I do feel like there are emotional imbalances. There may be hormonal imbalances. There may be different choices that need to be made when it comes to your body, when it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to your money sector, when it comes to your job. I feel like a new timeline wants to be hopped on, but you've got to choose to do it. Only one foot on the ground. So this lets me know that you need to be giving yourself more grounding, giving like literal feet in the grass grounding. It was cold and rainy as fuck this morning. I still went out barefoot, grounded. No excuses. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that you're deeply invested in, that you're patiently waiting for something, or you may have taken on a lot of responsibility for them. You may be like, the weight that you're carrying may be other people's weight. But I do feel like it's time to get grounded in reality and what your capabilities are. And it can't just be all like evasion. Ultimately, I truly am done like yelling at you guys. I don't want to even have this conversation. There's a part of me, I don't know why, I'm just so, I mean, I do know why, but I am so fed up with myself. Actually, I don't even know if I should take this for you guys, but yeah, this is probably like what you're still struggling with or dealing with. There's this dark night of the soul energy. There's this ending of a cycle in the realm of the mind. I feel like you guys are fed up with yourselves. You're fed up with like the state of things. And that ending wants to come in. But how can the ending come in if you won't think about or articulate or do your part to transmute the pain into power? The clarity can't come in. The clarity can't come in until you grab your sword of truth. Some of you are really struggling with sleep. I think that's the place to start, is giving yourself a bedtime, setting the environment for sleep. And then like, and the environment for sleep is like, we're cutting the lights off. We're putting our phone on night mode. We're putting blue blockers on. We're putting the phone away at a certain time, cutting all the electronics off at a certain time, maybe just reading, start with giving yourself enough sleep. Those of you who sleep too much, there's maybe a time, like there just could be something about giving yourself a schedule, discipline, structure. That's what this is all about. It starts with very minute things. How much you're going to eat in a day? What? My mic cut off, and it's probably for the best. What time are you going to eat? What time are you going to work out? What time are you going to take a walk? What time are you going to move your body? Little things like that. It's just time to start with like the baby level things. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like for some of you, you don't have, or you're struggling with structure in your adult life because it wasn't displayed to you in your childhood, or maybe there was so much structure in your childhood that the older you, as soon as you became an adult, you just rebelled and never gave that to yourself in some sort of way, and it's just not working anymore. So please continue for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2024. Thank you. Exactly what I wanted. I asked for all the cards to come out at once, and they did. Lovely. Two of Cups, the Magician, and then the final card, the Ace of Pentacles. You do the work, you reap the reward. Period. Period. Two twos, one major arcana, one ace. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords, and then underneath that is the Empress, going into the plunge a little bit, but I need to encourage you after I beat you up. You know, there's something there around moving towards this. Just the Empress has a schedule. The Empress has structure in her life. She don't get to be, you know, just looking like that and behaving like that just by way of I woke up like this. No. That's nobody just wakes up like that. You know? And so I feel like there's something about breaking out of the illusion that like everybody else has it easier than you do, or breaking out of the illusion that everybody just has all the energy and blah blah blah, and you just, whatever it is, whatever this narrative that you've been telling yourself, that your load is heavier, or you're thinking that, or you're behaving that way, or maybe you're envying other people because you're just seeing their facades, seeing their highlight reels. Don't play yourself. Everybody is promised 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of day. We will experience both. And there's something really important about making new decisions in Scorpio season. Your shadow, that darkness, that uncomfortability is going to be coming to light. And it's not just coming to light, but coming to the surface. And if you let yourself do your part to really fucking end your love affair with this energy, and maybe I'm being harsh, maybe it's not the thing is, for some of you it is a love affair and you romanticize your pain, but for some of you this is just like almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like a spell that you've cast on yourself, where you just, because you understand, you of all people should understand, words are spells, and we have the experience we expect. And some of you are in this place where you're really expecting everything to be fucked up. And because that's all that you expect, and that's what's set and programmed in your subconscious mind, until you do the work or go to therapy, or start to do the metaphysical healing around understanding that you do have the power to change your subconscious mind, and start researching that stuff, things are just going to stay the same, because the subconscious mind just is going to affirm this, your settings, your psychocybernetic settings. So if you do the work to address this, everything just gets lighter. Your relationships get more intimate. You start drawing in people, because just figure out, because this is the Two of Cups, this is Venus in Cancer. There may be somebody with Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that you draw in, or that you're deepening a connection with. Also maybe Virgo. But the thing is that the divine wants you attracting in love, right? Once you're making decisions from a place of love. But what are going to be the kind of people that you attract if you stay in this place? You will attract other people that mirror this, versus what kind of life and people and connections will you attract if you get in magician mode? If you start taking your fucking power back, you start figuring out, like, really, like, pondering on who are you and what have you discovered about yourself recently? What is the plan? Where do you want to harness your energy? Where do you want to activate your willpower? What do you need the divine support in? What do you need to be proclaiming? What do you need? Because this is the thing. The magician is here to remind you, words are spells. There are things that you are confessing. There are things that you think about yourself. There are certain self-limiting beliefs that have no opportunity but to come true because you keep repeating them to yourself, because you keep believing that about yourself, you know? But you have the magic and the willpower and the connection to Mercury that you need to change that energy. I'm about to move this incense to merch. You wildin'. And I feel like you start doing the work, and Saturn, the universe, is just like, oh, they're ready. They're ready. All systems go. Give them the things, give them the rewards, give them the treats, give them the thing, you know? And so Scorpio season can be very lucrative for you guys. Scorpio season can be miraculous for you guys. It's a fellow water sign. Where you're mutable, this is fixed water. So we're being forced to deal with our emotions, or being forced to sit in our darkness, to befriend our shadow. But just because you befriend it doesn't mean that you just let everything stay the same. No, there's something about befriending, getting to know that side of yourself, but also integrating the lessons that you learn from it so that they don't need to uproot you or push you out of the way, and so that your shadow doesn't have to go autonomous on you. I feel like some of you may have been behaving really harshly. Some of you have been like lashing out, possibly. Some of you have been just really struggling with emotional control, really struggling with controlling the words that you say. Maybe I just don't want you to screw up some good things that are here for you. Because if you stay here, this could be the end of like a connection. This could be the end of love. This could be a breakup for some of you. And all that you can control is you. All that, not even control, like all you can control is whether you react or respond. Y'all know the drill. The ethical cult knows all that you can control is what you voluntarily put into your body, whether you react or respond, and what you do about your intentions. And the magician is like, yo, what are your intentions? And what are you going to do about it? You have everything that you literally need. It may not be everything that you want, but you have everything that you literally need in order to usher in and make room for these new blessings. I'm ready to clarify this. I'm excited to clarify this over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, we're going to clarify all these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings. So come join my ethical cult. But for free shit, and if staying in that lack mentality, check me out on Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. Ultimately, Scorpio season is coming to get you out of a turbulent mindset, to get you out of a situation or a mindset that you know you shouldn't be in anymore. There's something about turning your back on those old thought processes, those old behaviors, understanding that spoken word supersedes thought. So there is something there about you starting to like confess with your mouth different things about yourself. I just want you to, for like a week, to start listening to your thoughts, start listening to the words that you say about yourself. Oh, I'm so this. This always happens. Why can't this? Uh, just start listening to yourself. So with 2 2s in the reading, I feel like there's a lot coming up in Scorpio season about choices and where you make these choices from. Are you making choices from a place of obligation and duty or self-sacrificing? Or are you making choices out of love? Are you making choices out of connectivity? Are you communicating from a place of connectivity? Are you attracting in from a place of self-sufficiency? You know? Either way, this ending in the realm of the mind is happening, and it can be uncomfortable, or you can go ahead and start to initiate it yourself. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that you're having a hard time with, or they're having a hard time with you. There could be a lot of stress. I also feel like Virgo, I want to say that too, somebody with Virgo placements, or yeah, I said Gemini. There could just be something there around like imbalances. What you think is an imbalance, what you think is an injustice, what you think is unfair. Um, how much time are you going to spend in this energy? I'll leave that at that. And depending on your answer is going to be, okay, I'm ending this cycle of heaviness, and I'm going to start doing something about it. I'm going to go start talking to somebody. I'm going to connect to somebody, connecting to a professional, connecting to confidants, connecting, healing. I'm going to start, reintegrating myself, merging myself with my life again. I'm going to start merging and filling my life with love again. I will say that maybe some of you are thinking about breaking up, thinking that it'll be easier if you just break up. It'll be easier if you're on your own. It'll be easier if you, for some of you, take yourself out. And that's not the truth. That's an illusion. Because there is this whole new chapter, this whole new influx of good health, this influx of resources, of money, possibly a promotion, there possibly land or something, positive coming with somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placement. Something of value wants to be given to you. Gifts want to be given to you. Saturn wants you to get out of your comfort zone, because there's so many beautiful things that the divine wants to give you. But how can I give you this if you stay here? You won't even be able to see the offerings that are coming in if you stay here, right? And so there's something about getting out of that mode, getting out of that mindset, and it will require action. But that action reaps such a beautiful fucking reward. It's just fucking worth it. I feel like new depths in your relationships, new depths in your commitments are absolutely available. But some of you are going from 2 to 1. Some of you are going from being together to being single. And some of you are finally understanding there is no healthy we without a healthy me. There is no healthy interdependence without healthy independence. I feel like there are really important conversations that you're learning about yourself. There's really important conversations that you're having with other people where you're going to learn a lot about yourself. There are other people who are able to show you your blind spots, who are able to show you the things that you're missing, the things that you're not able to see. Because the thing is, Pisces, a lot of people love you and a lot of people want the best for you, but it's hard to watch somebody who doesn't love themselves. It's hard to love somebody who doesn't love themselves. It's hard to stay and see that. Especially people who want to progress and people who want to grow and expand. How can they do that and stay in alignment with someone who doesn't want to progress or grow themselves, you know? And then there's a group of you who I feel like you've done the hard work. You're getting active, you're moving your body, you're getting out of bed, like you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have actually integrated this heaviness, this darkness, and that's why there's all this new love that comes in, and the new love comes in, you don't lose yourself in it because you know who you are. You know what fuels you. You know what you're powered by. You know where you're going. You have a clear understanding of where you're going and the power that you hold within you. And because you've done that work, bam, reward. I'm ready to clarify this. I love you. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.